We're live. Go ahead, Amanda.
Hey everyone, welcome tonight. We're very excited to have you all join us as we're talking about what essential oils are, why doTERRA essential oils, and what we can share with you all. We're very thankful that you've taken the time out tonight to join us. I don't think we've ever, all three of us have done it together in a live form like this, so it'll be fun for us to work together. And we have great information to share, and obviously we'll be starting the presentation very shortly. And you might be hearing from our youngest. Her name is Hannah. I might have to pick her up in a minute, but she will be presenting with us as well. So again, we'll be starting shortly, and thank you so much for your time tonight.
I want to make sure to that everybody's listening and seeing our faces, and of course later on seeing the PowerPoint. So if you guys can send us a message or through the system, so we know that everything is working.
Just through the chat up at the top.
I see that a few people are already online and seeing everything. So if you guys can just let us know, I have another computer right to my side that we're gonna be using for the chats. So if you see me going to the one side, that's why.
And I'm going to the other side for my baby.
Hello. So I just want to make sure everybody's can hear.
And she's joined us. All right, well, my name is Amanda 𝐒𝐄𝐑𝐈, and this is my husband, Victor 𝐒𝐒𝐑𝐈. And then on our other side, we have Sarah Zoyce, who we've known Sarah for, I want to say, over 4 years now, and she's been with doTERRA for a little over 4 years as well. And we got to meet her when we first came to Utah. From Utah to Florida. And she has just been such a joy to share in this business with, but also just to relate about essential oils with her, about life, about God, about really everything. And she is such a passionate woman that it's nice to be around her because she completely brings you up. And so we've really enjoyed having her in our life. And we're thankful that doTERRA has been the source that has brought her to us, or vice versa, us to her. But she's one that we're really excited to be able to collaborate with tonight. But in general, as we are working in this industry of health and wellness, and of course she's also a health and wellness enthusiast, and she truly lives up to the wellness advocate title. She is an advocate in so many things, but especially about health and wellness and family.
Yeah, so maybe Sarah, maybe if you can just share a little bit about why you do what you do with doTERRA and sharing the benefits of the oils.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me to share with you too. I love you both very much, and I feel so blessed to be in this partnership with you. I'm super passionate about wellness, as anybody that knows me realizes by how I live my life, and why I do that is probably because I had 2 people very close to me die of cancer about 15 years ago. And watching them go through that was a huge eye-opener for me. I realized that the choices that we make every single day add up over time. And, you know, I wanted to be the healthiest individual that I could be. I also just from having children, had seen that, you know, by doing lots and lots of rounds of antibiotics, that my kids, you know, they weren't thriving. My son had a lot of issues. We ended up having to go to see an ENT, and I was always going to the health food store and looking for natural remedies, but I would end up spending a lot of money, and I still would end up going and, you know, having to take the antibiotics. So I was looking for natural things to help us. About 4 years ago, in August, 4 years ago, I found these oils, and immediately when I started smelling them, I had a positive response. I've always had high anxiety levels, so it was like, oh my gosh, I can breathe. This makes me feel better. And then around the same period of time, my mom was having a lot of health issues, and this was, you know, what we had been searching for. So after I had had so many positive outcomes, there was like no reason for me not to tell people about it, because, you know, I already was a wellness advocate. I just, you know, didn't have this title. So I love sharing this with people. I love empowering people, you know, because we've been trained that, you know, there's a status quo in this country of healthcare. And I believe that, you know, there are natural ways to approach these things as our first line of defense. And that's why, you know, we share this with you. So thank you for inviting me, you two.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's a great introduction. We can end now. We're done.
So, so that everybody knows, we have a few polls that we'll be broadcasting, so you guys can see them and we can hear from you as well.
And we can kind of interact in that manner
with the polls that we have. So as Amanda or Sarah or myself are presenting, those polls will show on your screen, and you can just choose whatever answer, A or B or C, and just have fun with it, and we can see the results as we are on the webinar. So here we go. I'm gonna start with the broadcasting of the PowerPoint. Just give me a second. Hopefully this works this time. Your entire screen. Boom. All right.
All right. Well, hopefully, like Victor said, this is working, and so this is the beginning of our presentation. And Victor and I, we've been using essential oils for 10 years, and with doTERRA for, I guess, a little over 6 now. And we have so many reasons why we have chosen to be with doTERRA. And we'll obviously be sharing a lot of that during our presentation. But the majority of the reason is that we know that we would not be living every day without our essential oils. Like my baby today has been a little on the cranky side, so we've been using quite a bit of lavender, and these essential oils are just something that I know I could not pass up. Even if I stopped doing whatever, I know I would always have essential oils. We have oils in the car, we have oils in our purse, and essentially everywhere. And so, and I know, I'm sure that Sarah's in the same manner. And none of us are actually doctors. And so I always want to make sure to kind of put out that information that you need to make sure to talk to your provider, especially if you're on medication. But as a first line of defense, this is something that my family uses to protect ourselves. All right, so what is an essential oil? This is something that I always enjoy sharing, because many people don't really understand that just by peeling an orange, they're already experiencing an oil. And so if you've ever enjoyed the scent of a rose, you've experienced the aromatic qualities of essential oils. Same thing with peeling an orange. These naturally occurring volatile aromatic compounds are found in the seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of plants. Essential oils provide plants with protection against predators and disease and play a role in plant pollination. In addition, there are intrinsic benefits to plants and being beautifully fragrant to people. Essential oils have long been used for food preparation, beauty treatment, and healthcare practices. And so we're lucky that we get to use them because they have so many, they're powerful antioxidants, they're completely natural, and we're able to experience them without side effects. Essential oils, a lot of them, like I said, are natural, but I always want to say that you should be diluting essential oils. And with doTERRA, we talk specifically about which oils can be applied neat, which means no dilution, or you apply it with your sensitivity, or it needs to be diluted when you're applying topically because it might be a hot oil. So the 3 ways that we can use essential oils are aromatically, and one of my favorite ways is by putting them in a diffuser. And I love having it at night when my kids are maybe dealing with seasonal threats, or in just my home if I'm wanting a particular smell or to uplift our moods. We tend to use our diffuser, like our oils, almost every single day. The other, probably the most popular way, is by topically. We tend to use that the most because that's what we can use on our kids and on ourselves, and we can deal with the issue at hand. Sorry, our baby's, like I said, a little cranky. But we apply it on our feet, and the reason that I generally suggest the bottom of the feet is because we tend to have thicker skin, and so, sorry.
Where's the serenity?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've been using lots of lavender. Anyways, but I generally suggest to apply it to the bottom of the feet, like I said, because it's the thickest skin that we have, and it's the least sensitive. Same thing with our hands, because we're always walking on our feet, and we're busy with our hands. But again, I always urge people to dilute with with a carrier oil such as our fractionated coconut oil, because it doesn't leave your skin greasy like other coconut oils, which coconut oil is great in and of itself, but it can leave kind of a greasy residue. And that's what I love about our essential oils, and even the fractionated coconut oil, is that there isn't a residue left over in your hands because it's absorbed already into the bloodstream. All right, and the last way we can use them is internally. And again, this is specific for doTERRA, guys. This isn't for any oil that you can just go pick up at Walmart, which I don't even suggest to use at all. And the reason I'm specifically saying it's doTERRA is because not every oil you can take internally, even with doTERRA. So if it says that there's ingredients, then it's probably an oil you should not take. And then if it says supplemental detoxifying, it's great for if you've got kind of, runny, stuffy nose. We'll be mentioning lemon, obviously, in this presentation. But taking essential oils internally is a great way to help with seasonal threats or any discomfort that you're dealing with, especially where maybe an essential oil can't be put topically onto that area. Like, for example, if we have a sore muscle in our calf, I wouldn't necessarily take an essential oil internally. I would apply that oil to my calf from the soreness. But if my stomach isn't feeling so great, I might apply it topically on my stomach, as well as take it internally to help with my upset stomach. All right, Sarah is going to be leading us on something she's, again, passionate about. Might be our word for the night for her. But she's going to take it away with how and basically why we choose doTERRA.
Thank you. Okay, so you're going to notice CPTG a lot. That stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And as Amanda mentioned, what you're buying at, even Walmart now carries essential oils. doTERRA is largely responsible for why essential oils have gone mainstream. We are the world's largest essential oil manufacturer in the world. And what makes this company superb over everybody, and I'm not saying that there aren't good essential oil brands out there besides us. Of course there are. But the reason why I chose doTERRA, and there are a couple. Number one, we source indigenously. Okay, so what that means is, we're sourcing from 40 different countries globally. And, soil and the climate play a major role in the end result. The plant is going to thrive where it naturally grows. And the process of how they're sourced is very important because they want to make sure that they're harvesting when these plants are at their peak, because that means purity and potency. Okay. Now, besides that, they're sending these oils to a third-party lab to ensure that there are no pesticides, no fillers, no synthetics, nothing but pure, unadulterated essential oils. And you can smell the difference. And by the way, if you are familiar with the essential oil industry, Essential Oil University is one of the labs that tests our oils. Dr. Robert Pappas is world renowned in the essential oil world, and his lab is one of the labs that test our oils. So the other piece of this is co-impact sourcing. And this is like, it makes your heart explode when you watch these videos and you see what doTERRA is doing on a global level. So as I said, we source from 40 different countries. Many of these countries are third world impoverished communities. And Haiti, for instance, where we source our vetiver, there is a beautiful video. If you check out doTERRA on YouTube and just search co-impact sourcing Haiti, you can see what has happened there. This is a painstaking process that these people, are digging in the dirt to harvest the roots of this grass. They're digging in a foot into the ground to get this root system. And, before doTERRA came there, they didn't have the organization. People weren't working together. Now they have formed co-ops and they are working together. They have gotten better equipment. doTERRA is helping them with efficiency. And in the process, one of our owners saw that the people there are traveling 3 hours a day just to get water. Can you imagine that? I can't imagine any American having to travel 3 hours for water and then to have to boil it when they get back. Can you imagine how thirsty you would be? On this video, they show these people getting this water system and turning it on, and, the smiles on their faces, it's amazing. So, doTERRA is making a difference in the world, and this is just one community. We are all over the place. So we have a Healing Hands Foundation, and every single time I place an order with doTERRA, I make a donation to the Healing Hands Foundation because this is helping to support these communities, to build schools, and to help them rise up and teach them how to fish. So this company is amazing. If you do your research on it, you'll see that, we were named by Forbes as being the top company in the mountain region, #1. We've got 2,000 employees worldwide and now over 3 million wellness advocates in just 8 years. I feel very proud to be a part of the essential oil movement with doTERRA. So that covers co-impact sourcing, I think. I wanted to invite everyone to put some oils on if you have some, because, what a better time than this. I'm using Balance and Wild Orange. They are beautiful together. And I wouldn't put any lavender on right now because I want to keep you awake with me. So I'm just going to take a little bit of both. And this is called the cupping method. So you rub your hands together to activate the oils, and then you cup over your nose and mouth and breathe. And this is the fastest way to affect your mood. So I do this a lot. And then I take it and I rub it into my neck. And I give myself a little neck massage, and everything is better in the world. All right, so let's talk about lavender. Lavender is an essential oil that I love it so much. I hate to say like I have a favorite because I have so many favorites, but I really can't live without lavender. And actually right now I'm like completely out of lavender and it's killing me because I like to take a bath in it every night. This is such a comforting oil, and probably most people, you know, even if they haven't used essential oils, are familiar with lavender. But, you know, most lavender that they smell is synthetic. So when you smell this, it's a completely different experience. So this is sourced from Bulgaria. And this is another co-impact sourcing project that doTERRA is working on right now. And this is a great oil to soothe if you're feeling sad or if you have tension in your neck. It's a wonderful oil if you have any skin irritations, or somebody just contacted me and their daughter is her body is lit up right now. She was getting a haircut and she got a bunch of bug bites, and her mom was like, well, what should I use? And lavender calms the skin down. It's very high in esters, so it's comforting. So just remember that, you know, anytime like you're feeling, you know, run down or sad, or you just need comfort, go towards the floral oils. Those are really good for that. And it's also good if you have any like neck tension, or if you have a baby. This is a safe oil to use on babies. You know, we dilute it more heavily for them. So I would take a quarter size amount of my coconut oil and then 1 drop of lavender, and then just rub it in and massage it on the bottoms of the feet and on the back. This is also a really good one if you have gotten too much sun. We make an after sun spray with peppermint, melaleuca, and lavender in a little spray bottle. And it's mostly just water. And then I'll add maybe 5 drops of each essential oil, and then top it off with a little bit of coconut oil to act as an emulsifier. And it is amazing how good it feels and how fast it can help your body recover. So next we're going to talk about lemon. Lemon, it just smells happy. Our lemon comes from Italy, and this is a 3rd generation family that produces our lemon for us. They are so proud of what they do for doTERRA, and I'm so thankful for them, because I can't tell you how many times I take lemon. Every single morning I try to make this a practice. As lemon oil, Amanda was saying, it can balance your pH levels in your body and alkalinize your body. It's a detoxifier. This is a great one to add in a little teaspoon with some honey, just a drop of it. Julia has a great trick where if you're trying to get this into the kids and they might not like how it tastes, I love it, but you know how kids are. So she actually takes the honey, puts a little bit of honey on the spoon first, adds a drop, and then envelopes the lemon oil in the honey, so the kids can't even taste it. And so if they've got some soreness in the throat, that is a great natural approach. The other thing that I would use lemon oil for is cleaning the house. You know, I have eliminated all of the toxic cleaners in my house, and I use doTERRA's On Guard cleaning concentrate. And then I also like to make just a lemon spray. It's awesome for stainless steel. I think this stainless steel cleaner is maybe $5 or $6, and I can make it for pennies. So I just take a spray bottle, I put purified water in it, and I add 10 drops of lemon. You know, you could add a little bit of vinegar in there also if you like, but it's really not necessary. So you shake it up, and it's a great countertop cleaner, as well as, you know, for any stainless steel. I also like this if I'm cleaning my bathtub. I will take baking soda and then just add maybe 5 to 10 drops, just depending on the size of the tub, and then just scrub it with a sponge and then rinse it off, and it's pristine, and you have an aromatherapy experience while you're cleaning. So it's awesome. Lemon, by the way, is one of the best mood altering smells. If you have any friends or family that suffer from winter blues, send them some lemon oil this winter. The next one we're going to talk about is peppermint. And peppermint is really special and that it is like so multi-useful. Peppermint soothes the digestive system. It's also really good for neck and head tension. If you have any discomfort, just take a little bit of peppermint. And this is one that you are going to want to dilute because it can really give you a tingling sensation, especially for children. Always dilute this one. So I would just take maybe a dime-sized amount of coconut oil, a couple drops of peppermint, mix it with your fingers, and then apply it behind your ears on the back of the neck. If you're overheated, this is an awesome oil as it cools you down. If you have some discomfort in your head, take it around your hairline and, you know, just give yourself a nice little massage and then massage into your scalp. We have these amazing little things. They're called peppermint beadlets, and I am like obsessed with them. I have to have them in my purse all the time. They will help wake me up and energize me. In fact, there was a study done in, I believe it was in Iraq, that they found that if you take peppermint oil before you work out, that you actually burn more calories. So that's kind of cool too. So I love peppermint, and these three oils are really special together. So lavender, lemon, and peppermint, that trio creates a seasonal support blend. So I personally used to have a lot of issues before I got into the oils, and, you know, I would have to, you know, do things that would help ramp up my lungs because I would get like really tight in my chest, and, you know, I would be down for like a month. Well, now I use oils, and I attribute the whole package, you know, what doTERRA has helped me do, as well as, you know, cleaning up what I eat. But lavender, lemon, and peppermint, that will make a seasonal support remedy for you. So I just take a glass of water about this size, and I would do 2 drops each of lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and then swish that around in your mouth and swallow it, and it will completely just open up your sinuses. It's amazing. So that's a good one also if you want to make a roll-on. I'm a big proponent. I have tons of roll-ons in my purse, and I draw glasses around my eyes, and that hits all these sinuses and then on my throat. So that recipe is 10 drops each of lemon, lavender, peppermint in a 10 milliliter roll-on, and then you just top it off with fractionated coconut oil, and you're good to go. So I think Victor is now going to share with us some info on frankincense.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. That was great info. So I'm so glad that I can speak about the king of the oils. This is an oil that I have experienced so many blessings around the people that I have shared this with. As many as you know, I travel around the world sharing the benefits of essential oils. And this is one of the oils that I like to share firsthand with people that I come in touch with, especially because it's an oil that you can use for so many things, helping your health and wellness. One of the reasons why I like it so much is because so many people are going through so much in this life, including myself. Stress levels are super high, people changing moods all the time, including myself, and people going through many changes that affect their mood and the way of living. So this is an oil that I've seen firsthand, that as soon as I apply this oil on anybody's hands, 1 or 2 drops, where they can just smell the oil, breathe it in, I can see how it brings a smile to their faces. And because this oil works through the nerve system, it's really quickly how people can see the benefits of this oil. So it's not that you have to wait an hour or 2 hours to see if it works or not. It works instantly. And that's one of the reasons why essential oils are so attractive to people, because they can feel the difference right away. So one of the things is also that frankincense is being used for so many years thousands of years for so many people and cultures around the world, so many religions that still use frankincense in their rituals or their prayers, however you want to call them. But one of the reasons why they use it is because it grounds them. It grounds them. It helps them concentrate. It helps them focus. Um, so that's one of the reasons why it's an oil that is still being used. There's many studies with frankincense oil on how it helps your cells regenerate. And that's one of the reasons why also many people are looking to use essential oils as a protection to your immune system. So as you can see, this is one of the oils that you might want to try it. If you haven't tried it yet, this will be one of the oils that I would suggest try it first. So here is another one that I really enjoy. Just because this is an oil that I have also in my shower. I have it in my bathroom, as I like to use it. I like to add a few drops in my shampoo and also in my body wash, just because of the feeling. It has a cooling sensation when I use it on my shampoo and my body wash, and I really like it. Not only because of the cooling sensation, but also because I know that I'm getting clean. This is an oil that besides using it for yourself, you can also use it for cleaning your house. We have our people, our crew that comes and cleans our house, and we have many different oils that we use weekly. It really depends on the mood that we are. We ask them to use different oils, but I can tell you that this is one of the ones that we use for cleaning our floors, cleaning our dishes. Even if you want to sanitize your what's it called, your dryer and washer, this will be one of the oils that you can apply to your washer or dryer, 1 to 2 drops, and you can and you know, this will make sure that everything or any kind of bacteria goes away from those places. Any more than that, also for our kids, we use this. Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I think we use these oils at least once a week, where we have our kids come with scratches on their skin, or bruising on, or things like that on their skin, where we want to protect it from getting any kind of bacteria. And we always make sure we apply it with fractionated coconut oil directly to the wound, making sure that we're diluting the oil before we apply it. Oregano. I wish I could talk so widely about this oil and tell you straightforward why this oil helps so many people in so many different ways. I can tell you one experience that I had from somebody in Guatemala. This person contacted me because she was having many different issues when how could I say this? She was having many different issues when she was trying to go to the bathroom. And one of the things with oregano oil is that supports your healthy digestion function. So what she did is, she was kind of afraid of taking the oil directly. Of course, it's really hot. I would not recommend that take it directly. I know many people in my team that love taking this oil directly. I don't even know why, but it's because it's helped them. I had people in Ecuador that it's one of the markets that we're just barely opening, and people are getting familiar to these oils. And so let me just tell you this: we have in Ecuador, we're just going with 10 oils. So that's everything we have in the market. We have the 10 different oils that come in the family physician kit. So they're getting to use them, getting familiarized with them. But one of the experiences that they also had is that they're taking oregano oil internally and directly to their mouth. And it's crazy to hear this, because people have had different problems with their throat, where they had some bacteria in it, and they just wanted to try it directly and see how it works and how fast it works. And many of these people, believe it or not, in about 30 to an hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour, they could see a big difference, not just a small difference, a big difference where they could tell you, I'm feeling better. And so with this lady, going back to this lady, she was telling me that everything she did is put about 4 to 6 drops of oregano oil into a vegetable capsule, and she took it internally only once at night, and the following day she was like it never happened. It was like she was never feeling discomfort. So if you wanting to take oregano internally, make sure that you're diluting it either with honey, or you're putting it in water, or you're taking it in a capsule, just because it is a hot oil. Deep blue, this oil, all of them are my favorites, but this oil is really my favorite. This oil, I take it to the gym. I have a deep blue rob, because we also have it in a rob presentation, and we have in a roller as well. Roller, as you can see it in the picture. But I take it in, I have it in my car too. So whenever I'm having any kind of aching in my muscles, or any aching on my joints, back, legs, arms, shoulders, this is my first aid. I had so many experiences with these oils. I go to a CrossFit gym, and I have gone to many different ones just because I like switching to different gyms every 4 or 6 months, just to make sure that I'm sharing. I like to take my oils to different gyms, so that's why I change memberships, and then I go back and forth. But the last gym that I'm going to, which is a CrossFit gym, I made sure that I took my samples with me, and I make sure that they see me when I'm applying my oils. So before I'm working out, I use it as a pre-workout, just because it gives me more blood flow as I'm getting ready to either run or lift up some weights. And also, if I'm sore from the previous day, from whatever workout I did, I can apply this oil directly to those muscles and joints that I'm feeling discomfort with, and I can feel the benefits of it right away. And with the people that I have shared the samples that I have shared with, people have told me that they feel immediately. They feel the relief of either if they had inflammation or some kind of aching, they can see it go away right away. And this is one of the oils that I share the most, and the people order from me, and that it gets sold through the gyms. So if you're going to a gym and you want to share with people that are feeling some discomfort, this will be the oil to share. Okay, so make sure you're using it. If you haven't tried it, please go ahead and try it. I promise you that you will feel the benefits of this oil. Okay, so let me just so now I'm going to have Amanda start talking about the different oils that we have as well.
Hey, so Breathe is an oil that my family cannot live without. I think, like Victor, these are some of my favorites because as we're dealing with seasonal threats, we tend to use Breathe a lot. And what I love about Breathe is that it comes in many different forms from doTERRA. It comes in a lozenge, so that way if my son has a cough, or, well, not just my son, all of my children, and it's kind of like candy for them, they can suck on their lozenge to be able to help them when they're not at home, or even when they're home, to help them clear their airways and breathe a little easier. And especially my son, he's my oldest, he tends that when he gets a cough, he'll throw up after 3 coughs. I usually know what I can count to. I can be like, 1, okay, he's fine. 2, oh no, I'm getting close. 3, he better make it to the bathroom before it's all over the place. He just has always been that way since birth. And so breathe is one that will help calm him down and be able to sleep at night. And it's one that I love to drop in the bottom of my shower. It's one that I rub on our chest, kind of with a coconut oil to help open up airways. And it's one that's great to use for working out because it helps, again, create a clear and easy breathing. Digest Zen, I'm going to let Sarah Zoyce share a story in just a little bit. But Digest Zen is one that I make sure to have this oil at every hand-reaching possibility. Because as what the oil is named, Digest Zen, it truly is what it is. The ingredients in this oil is what makes it all that much more better. And when I was pregnant, well, with my last 2, it was the only oil that would help me during heartburn at the end of my pregnancy. Nothing else helped, not even prior to having essential oils. Medication worked. And so at that last, 3 months where it's kind of unbearable or doesn't let you sleep, Digest Zen was the go-to. And doTERRA has they're called Digest Zen tabs. And they're just little tablets that you can stick on your tongue or to chew on them to help before you eat food or even after. And it truly does help with gas, bloating, indigestion, anything that, if you know it's Thanksgiving time, I ensure that I have this oil available and right away. And this is an oil that you want to use with coconut oil on your belly, but it's one that I'll even have my children take internally in the gel capsules that doTERRA has. And so, Sarah, if you want to show your story.
Thank you. So I just love Digest Zen. I'm so thankful for Digest Zen. Coming from a girl that, how do I put this nicely? So I get these things called hiccup burps, and those digest tabs that you were just talking about are fabulous for that. It's like an anti-acid, but with Digest Zen, they're like magic. But I asked to share because actually in the middle of the night last night, my son got up about 3 a.m. And, moms know how it goes. Like when the kid gets up at 3 and like is holding the belly, it's not a good sign. You're like,
the night too.
Oh, okay, I know what the rest of the morning is going to look like. So it was so sweet. Like he was like, holding the toilet and nothing had come out. But he was like, Mom, I need Digest Zen. So I grabbed it and I massaged it on his belly and, put it in their belly button, diluted, and then just work it out in clockwise motion. And I put it on the bottoms of his feet and he just like melted into the carpet and he never threw up. I was like, wait a second, this is crazy. Like I continued to oil him like every 30 minutes for about maybe an hour, and got up this morning, oiled him some more. He's definitely fighting something. I've never seen a situation like this before where he woke up in the middle of the night and was like ready to go, and then it stopped in its tracks. So that is abnormal. In the 4 years I've been using these oils, I've never had this situation before, but I will say, it completely calms the belly down fast. And for that, I'm very thankful.
Well, that's great. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
My son loves to eat a lot of hot sauce.
So does mine.
Yeah. He would put it on everything if we allowed him to. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, that's the only condiment Cade likes.
Yeah. No, he won't do ketchup. He won't do, I mean, he'll do mustard. It's mustard and hot sauce. That's it. Sometimes he mixes them.
Yum.
Yeah. And so those are two that we always have to use on him, especially because he'll just over abuse the hot sauce.
Those are must-haves for sure.
Oh yeah. So another favorite oil is On Guard. On Guard is exactly what the title is again, just like Breathe, Digest, and On Guard. It is the most protective blend and one that we probably run out of all the time. Because
Let me just say, I think they're favorite because as parents and whoever has kids, we know how much we need to protect them from sicknesses and different things, elements that go on their schools, kids that go with runny noses and scratches again, like our kids going to their breaks and maybe getting hurt and things like that. So having these oils on hand, it really makes them your favorite because you have a solution.
Mm-hmm.
I can help my children deal with issues at home before maybe they would just be in pain and I couldn't do anything for them except comfort them.
Absolutely.
Until we had another option. And so I know I can help control what's going on in my own home. Just like for Sarah, at 3 a.m. there's not much anything can be done except maybe her son be in pain in his stomach. So On Guard, we use a lot to clean the floors in our house. We just used it with the steam mop today. But it's one that we diffuse. We put on our children's feet every single day to help protect the cells of their body and to use it as an antioxidant. And it works naturally with our body so well that I don't see us living without this particular oil. It's one that if my kids have a scratchy throat, I'll put it on honey and then I'll take it kind of like a honey drop, and it's really nice to see a difference and to help have them benefit from that protective blend. And it's also a hot oil and should be diluted when applied. But we diffuse it. We put it in pancakes. They're called On Guard pancakes. And so it's an oil that we tend to use all the time. When we see anyone kind of coming down with anything, whether they come home with a runny nose or, let's see, I think it was right before Thanksgiving this year, my son told me, oh yeah, all of my friends in my class have strep throat. And I was freaking out because I didn't want that in my home, especially with a not even 2-month-old baby. So we were using On Guard like mad just to keep that away. And, you know,
Diffusing it.
I'm not going to knock on wood because I know these oils work, but luckily we've had only a little bit of the sniffles in the home and not anything more serious. So we, like I was mentioning with the Diasen and with the On Guard, I know that I can take control of not only my health, but my family's health. And it's really interesting what we might do as a society, like in this picture. It talks about how we'll eat fast food, drink neon-colored energy drinks, or Gatorade, or whatever. But, you know, we don't really look into nature. When, just by going outside, the sunlight, if you walk in a forest or if you're near trees, there's already a difference that you feel just being outdoors. And so I know that with these essential oils, I am helping to reduce stress, to be healthier in my own home. And so we need to take control of our health. And the benefit of the oils is that we'll be able to take care of other things like reducing toxins, eating cleaner. That's something that my husband and I, it's challenging with 4 kids because they tend to get picky on different things, which I don't have time for now. But eating cleaner is really important. And I know Sarah was talking about in the very beginning of, for her, why, because of fellow families that had cancer. But that's something that we need to be taking control of. And so Sarah's going to be talking to us about our amazing vitamins that doTERRA offers. So take it away, Sarah.
Hi, I'm back. Okay, so I'm a supplement pusher. I am that girl. And for good reason. Before I was with the doTERRA fam, I was really feeling like I was getting old. I felt tired. I didn't have a lot of energy. My digestion was wrong. I just overall wasn't happy with where I was at. And that was at the age of 32, 33. So I had taken supplements before and I knew, their value, and I, had kind of bounced around between different companies. And, when I found doTERRA, I learned about these supplements early on and I decided to give them a try. And no lie, within about 2 to 3 days, I saw a major change in how I felt and my digestion. So that is a big indicator to me that things were going right. I continued to take them for that month, and I decided to go off of them for a month to give it a true test. And I vowed after that second month never to be without them again. So just to break it down for you, Alpha CRS Plus is a cellular regenerative complex. Our bodies need antioxidants. We live in a toxic world where we're constantly being flooded by toxins from our food, from our environment, we have stress levels that are at an all-time high, and we have to fight free radicals. And I would rather pay for antioxidants now than pay for treatments later. The next one in the middle is the 𝐒𝐄𝐈. This is an omega-3 fatty acid supplement that also contains 9 certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. Omega-3 fatty acids are paramount. It supports brain function. It's good for cardiovascular function. It is great for your skin. Overall, coming from somebody that struggles with focus, that kind of goes hand in hand with the passion thing. I need fish oil. So I'm very happy with this as it comes from a clean source. When you're taking fish oil, that's something that you have to think about. Where is this being sourced from? And, what kind of waters was this animal swimming in? So doTERRA takes all this stuff into account. And then the third thing is the Microplex VMZ. This is a non-GMO whole food complex, and this is covering all of your vitamin and mineral needs. So I can tell you by my own personal experience that you will want to try these, especially if you're somebody that you're kind of at a place in your life where you're not feeling as good as that you should. These supplements support every body system. And right now, doTERRA has a special going on. When you join doTERRA as a wholesale member this month with a 100 PV order, and then you place a 100 PV order in December, you actually get this box of supplements for free. So now is a great time to join our tribe.
All right, so since we've been talking to you about doTERRA and our essential oils, we wanted to share with you, what you can learn more about. And it's especially important to talk to whoever invited you to this class, so that way they can answer questions as well. But doTERRA has a great information on social media and also on their website at doTERRA.com that can teach you so much about essential oils, how to use them, how to turn using oils and talking to them with your friends or families to a business. And that's something that you'd be able to find support in from the person who invited you to that class, or discuss with us any questions that you have. But make sure to go to doTERRA's Facebook page. They're on Instagram. They're all hip and modern on everything that you can find online. And I believe I found out just recently that they're on Snapchat. I'm still trying to figure that one out. But make sure it's important to use all the resources that you can to be learning about these amazing products. Of course, we've talked about why we've each kind of chosen doTERRA, but these are some of the reasons that I put down that I think were super important to me. Because essential oils, like I've mentioned, can be just found at Walmart. But I know when I'm using essential oil, like lavender on my baby tonight, that it is pure and it is tested very strictly with the CPTG standards. And I know that I can put it on my baby without worrying, oh, is there going to be reactions to this for her? Or, again, even for myself, am I going to get a rash from something? Because I tend to have more sensitive skin. So this is definitely something that is very important to me, is that I know what I'm putting in my body, and it's not just anything that can be around. I know exactly what's going in my body, that it's strictly lavender, and I even know where it's coming from. And what Sarah shared about compact sourcing, that's, again, very important in why we're choosing doTERRA. What doTERRA does has a foundation called Healing Hands, and they help so many areas and so many people with this Healing Hands. Definitely something that you want to look into in this company of doTERRA. The other partnerships that they have for humanitarian aids is Operation Underground Railroad. If you've not heard of that, please look it up. There's great videos that talk about the benefits of it, but and why they do this. But all of these things and more are why I picked doTERRA. And I can't say that specifically maybe for my husband or for Sarah, but I'm sure that these are on their list of why they choose doTERRA as a company versus any other company, especially Walmart, of why they're using these particular essential oils.
Can I just tell you, today, almost every day, I share this with a lot of people. Even when I stop to eat out on the street, or with people that have those, what do they call those, food trucks, I share with them. And one of the things that I truly love about what I do is that when I'm sharing or when I'm selling an oil, I know that I'm giving them a gift. And that gift is health and wellness. And if they want to do business, well, it comes by hand. But one of the things that I've noticed in my own business as I'm sharing oils with the world is that people love to consume them because of the benefits. And the majority of the people that I have in my team, I could say maybe 90% of my organization are all consumers. And it's because of the quality and how much they see that the oils work for themselves and their families. Today I had another experience with a food truck owner, and he actually sells tacos. So on my way back from sharing oils, I stopped at the food truck, which I've been sharing with them for a while already. They have bought several deep blue rubs from me, and today they wanted to buy 2 more. And then I told them, you know what, you can actually get a membership and get a 25% discount whenever you buy them, because every time they purchase from me the deep blue rub, I charge them $40. That's what they pay, $40 per deep blue rub. And I told them that if they get a retail price, their deep blue rub will be 29 and I think 50 cents or something like that. And when I told them that, they said, "Why didn't you tell me this before?" and I told them I did. You just didn't listen. Anyway, so it takes repetition. If you have shared with people in the past and you have told them about the benefits of getting an account, a retail price account, I'm sorry, a wholesale account, make sure you do it again. Sometimes people are not at the right moment, and maybe that moment is now. So tell them that people, as they become a wellness advocate, where they have a wholesale account, they get 25% discount. They have options available where they can make additional credit rewards, which I love this, where you make from your own purchases, you get points. Let's say you spend $100. For the first 3 months, you get 10%. Then it goes up to 15, 20, 25, and 30% as you see that. And I'm sure I can tell you right now, my account, I have redeemed so many points this year. But as of right now, I still have like over $400 in points where I can redeem these points and get free product. I'm sure, Sarah, do you have any points too?
I just spent mine.
Okay, but you use them, right?
Oh yes, I love my points.
Can you tell us how many points you've used this year, maybe approximately?
Oh gosh. Well, right now we're at the end of the year, so I mean, on average, I earn between $60 and $80 a month in points.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
thank you, doTERRA.
So, the great thing with this is when you're sharing with people and your friends and family and people that you come in touch with, is that you can also give them the same benefit of getting their wholesale account, and they can purchase for themselves. And that's what I do when I'm sharing. I'm not afraid. I don't feel guilty. I don't feel like I'm selling them, because I'm not a salesperson, but I do sell oils. But I don't come up as a sales how do you sell pitch. Anyway, so they can also get the benefits of it, and if they want to do the business, they can also earn commissions, which is a great business. So some of the kits that we have, I just want to show you. We have the Home Essentials kit, which comes with the 10 different oils. Some of them oils that we talked about today: frankincense, lavender, lemon, melaleuca, oregano, peppermint, breathe, digest, and on guard, deep blue. And it comes with a free diffuser for $275. Okay, so this one, and already includes the membership. This will be my first pick. So if you're choosing and you're not sure what kit you want to choose from, this will be the one that I will suggest. Then we have the reason why. Let me tell you why. The reason why is because you will get a free diffuser, and you will get the oils on their bigger size. So you will get a 15 milliliter bottle for each individual oil, excluding the deep blue oil, which you will get on 5 ml. And you'll be able to use this and share with people as well, as you're getting the bigger size oils. And then we have the Family Wellness Kit, which you also get some of the oils from the Home Essentials Kit, but you get them on a roller ball, and they're already diluted. So you can use them. It's easier for application. If you have kids, this will be one of the oils, the oil form that you like to have on hand, since sometimes some of the oils you want to dilute before you apply them, they have been already diluted for us. So I love them. And as you can see, it comes with probiotics for kids, vitamins for yourself as well, and some of the oils that you can use if you are under stress. So this one is another one that is 275. And then we have the diamond kits, with which, you know, this comes with almost every single product that we have in the company. This will be, I will suggest this for somebody that wants to come and share with many people and do this as a business. Okay, so we have the loyalty rewards program, which is a program that if you're gonna be consuming oils and using them for yourself and sharing with people, this will be a program that I will suggest for yourself, because you will earn that additional percentage, as we were explaining our points and how we can redeem those points towards free product. You know, there's many people that are afraid of this at the beginning when they're coming into doTERRA. And what I have seen is, you know, people misses from getting those free points. Like, I had a chiropractor, you know, get their wholesale account a few months ago, and they said, you know, Victor, right now we don't want to use, we don't want to be on the loyalty reward program, and they have been ordering every month, and they have missed on their 10% point. Anyway, so if you're planning on getting product every month, make sure that you are on the loyalty reward program and get credit for your own orders so you can have free product. So get started today. Don't wait. We have amazing incentives. This webinar is actually going to be recorded, and many people are going to see it. People that register and were not able to come into the person. We had over 100 people registered to this webinar. So everyone is going to get a recorded video of the webinar. And if you're listening at that time, you have 3 days from today to qualify for the incentives and promotions that we're going to offer right now. You can either contact myself, Amanda, or Sarah, and we'll make sure that you are placed with the person who invited you to this webinar. And you will still qualify. As long as you are in our team, you will still qualify for the promotions and incentives that we have. So here they are. First of all, if you're hosting an online class on Facebook or in person with 8 or more people, you can receive free 5 ml wild orange. Okay, just for hosting a class on Facebook or in person. Okay, make sure that you email us so we know that you did it, and then we send you the price. If you attended this event and enrolled within 3 days, so you have until, let me just check the calendar really quick. You have until the 2nd of this month. Let's do it till the 3rd, all right? Till Saturday. This is being recorded. Till this Saturday. If you enroll to this Saturday, you will get, if you enroll with 100 to 200 PV enrollment, you will receive a free lavender touch, all right? And if you enroll with 200 PV or more, you will receive a free deep blue touch, all right? That's awesome. So Sarah, make sure that your team knows about this 3 days from now. Amanda, please share this with everyone. If you're listening, make sure that you're sending us an email. Get those freebies. Don't let them go, all right? And we hope to see you on our next webinar, December 6th. We're going to have a presentation that Amanda's putting together on how to, well, you tell them.
Yeah, well, it's just, we're going to be giving you guys ideas for the holidays and talking about why essential oils are a great option for gifting, but also how to make it fun and things that you can be putting together. So things might be homemade, or you might be able to take the easy way out and just gift essential oils as they are. there's it's called a trio kit that I love to use as a gift because it's lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and so it's a fun oil or a fun trio of oils to give out as a gift, and it's easy peasy. I hand that to the teacher. I'm like, okay, great, happy holidays, and I'm done. Or like I'm making some bath salts in an ornament for teachers this year. Unless this wee one keeps me up and I can't do it, I'll stick to my easy peasy gift. But that's what we'll be doing next Tuesday at 8:30 here again at your home, probably at our home. Hannah will probably join us again. Hopefully not. But thank you for joining us. It was fun to be able to do this, and next week will be a great webinar. And
we're going to be doing this every month, right?
Yes. That's something we're going to be committing to. So we're excited to be able to share more and more with you all, and hopefully you guys will be able to get to know us more and be able to learn more about essential oils, or just learn ways that you can use them if you already have them. Sometimes we can get stuck in doing that as well.
Sarah, do you have anything else that you want to say?
I wanted to share with you this sweet ornament that doTERRA is offering right now. I'm getting feedback. Can you guys hear that? It's echoing.
No, you sound pretty good.
Okay, good. So we have a holiday guide right now, and this little ornament is handmade by an artisan in Rwanda.
Beautiful.
And the keynote speaker at our doTERRA convention, her name is 𝐒𝐄𝐈 𝐁𝐄𝐓𝐄. I'm going to type that in so that you guys can search it up.
Yeah.
But she wrote this amazing book. It's actually her life story, and it's called Left to Tell. And doTERRA is supporting Rwanda and these artisans there. There's 2,000 artisans that are making these handmade ornaments, and this is a symbol of peace. And it happens to come with the peace blend, which happens to be my other favorite right now. I have many favorites. But if you're looking for a thoughtful gift and you don't have time to DIY it, this is awesome. So
that is a great solution.
I wanted to let you guys know about that. And thank you so much for taking the time to join us tonight. And feel free to hit us up if you have any questions.
Please do. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sarah, for your time, and everybody who came to the webinar. And for those ones who are going to be listening to the webinar, who registered, everyone is getting a pre-recorded video of it. So make sure you're taking notes, and if you're not part of doTERRA, make sure you take advantage of those incentives. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Bye-bye.
Have a good night, guys.